I would like to know what samples are. Samples are doubles. This is weird. Well, that's the address of probably a double array. And yeah, it's hard to say. I mean, you can do stuff like this if you're doing pointer addition. As long as you're not like casting from I don't know. It just looks suspicious. If this is an interleave buffer, that's one thing, but we're talking about an FFT output. Okay, so it runs this call. Now this is in the call sndfft. That's a long. All right, I gotta look at the code to say anything more. I can't just look at the patch. What is it called? So that was called SNDFT. SNDFT. Not much to it. There is a, well, actually I shouldn't say that. That's just something I always say every time I look at a function. FFTs are generally complicated things. This probably uses some other library, or because it's pretty short, and it's not in assembly. Yeah, so let's see, it's doing this. We have window, which is a double, and float star, which is not. So the issue comes, okay, let me split this vertically. Where's that problem? Right here. So temp FFT equals samples plus len. Temp FFT is a float pointer. And the window is, so what is samples? Samples is a double star. This is a little hard to understand, but it's because there's no comment on the 3 different buffers that are being used. But wait, never mind. Samples to be transformed. Okay, so they use 3 times len. Probably do a malloc here, 3 times len. Yep. and that is a long buffer. Extra is a long star. So the problem is that using long buffers and mixing them up with double and float. So here, looks like the issue is that in the new code you're assuming that okay, so the samples exist. Yeah, the samples to be transformed, then the FFT result, and then the window coefficients. Yeah. And the problem is that samples are doubles, right? Yeah. So this is the same chunk of memory. S extra offset. S extra. Yeah, and there's an offset supplied here. But there's the weird explicit cast to double star. And then there's the assumption. So this essentially assumes that doubles and longs are the same size. And for us, you know, we just ran this test. Doubles and longs are not the same size on our 32-bit machine. Explicit cast to from and treats it as if it is the same. Yeah, well, anyway. But samples, yeah. This extra is allocated as a long buffer. Is that right? Yeah, long buffer. And then treated as a double buffer with the assumption that that size of double equals size of long, which blows up on my machine since they are different. Yeah, you don't need a size though. You just need to not convert types. And assume that they're going to be the same size. Okay. That's all I have to say about that one. Let's put that there. Okay. Next bug. Possible to launch more than one. I don't think this is... We didn't determine this as a bug. Yeah. I'm sure there's a way. I mean, if you force Audacity to like run at the right time, we're not going to put a bunch of IPC calls just to check that someone's not trying to spawn 10 copies at one instant. But if you space them out, so if a user double clicks and then double clicks, there'll be enough time to catch that. Slow export from OGG to all formats. What does that mean? OGG, they're talking about the import, maybe. Yeah. Because once it some cases we save in an OGG format. Okay. So it looks like OGG decoding. Yeah, I've noticed it's pretty slow. Both on the Mac and on Linux. But that might be our libOGG. I can't see us. Well, I don't know. I'll have to look in the decoder bit. Because we just use the library.